Fans have been calling for a film adaptation of Watchmen for over 20 years. Now the movie is only days away, and we've got an exclusive behind-the-scenes tour of the Vancouver set where the classic comic came to life.
With the Watchmen release around the bend, fan frenzy is at a boil. Diehards everywhere are frothing for a first peek at the film, and we got the dream invitation to run amok on their sets in Vancouver.
Watchmen is about sort of the morality of policing the world. If a superhero chooses to enforce his version of justice, what are the consequences of that? You know, who watches the Watchmen?
Evil must be punished.
We've really tried to get so much detail in the movie that I would hope that you would have to watch it at least a couple times.
It's a matter of time, I suppose.
One of the keys to creating the Watchmen world has been to dig deep in the graphic novel. There's great surface texture, there's great subliminal graffiti throughout. Right here, this is what we call Porno Street. There's lots of adult bookstores, lots of seedy corners. I think if you ever made Watchmen and there weren't those details, you didn't make Watchmen.
A lot of directors, their process is that they work with storyboard artists. I think what's really interesting and unique about Zach's process is that he storyboards every single frame himself. This is some concept of what we did for Blake's apartment, and later we see that Rorschach comes flying up with his grappling gun.
It's incredibly challenging to play a character with the vast majority of your role. You've got a sock over your head. But the mask is kind of interesting. I've got one where the eyes are opened up and then there's tracking dots on it, and so that can help to inspire how the Rorschachs move.
It's obviously occurred to Rorschach that we're the only ones who know each other's identities.
One of the biggest challenges that we faced was the character of Dr. Manhattan, who's played by Billy Crudup. He's a character that is 100 feet tall and then shrinks down to normal size, but he also is a light source. So it was really important to figure out how we can have that idea come across. What we came up with this solution was we put Billy Crudup in this LED light suit. So it had all these lights on it, so when he actually touches someone, you have that interactive lighting. So this is our first full-scale model of the owl ship, and we whacked up this plywood version of it so we could figure out a lot of the stunt works, we could figure out a lot of where the equipment went before we actually built the real owl ship. And we're still to this day using it.
Background action!
I'm not making a thing that replaces the book. It's not what it's about at all. The experience of the graphic novel and the experience of the movie are two different things entirely. And I would hope that people would see the movie and go, wow, if I haven't read Watchmen, I need to go buy it and read it. And if I have, I need to read it again.
So, devoted fans, brace yourselves. With the unprecedented detail behind its production, this movie is more than just a mere adaptation. The graphic novel comes to life in Watchmen.